Hey everyone, I'm Jeremy with Quiet Mind Yoga, and welcome back. We're on day 4 of the Healthy Hips and Hamstrings program, and today we're going to be focusing on the psoas. It connects your spine to your femur, it's what keeps you upright and what allows us to sit upright and to fold in. And we'll start focusing on that as well as the chest today. So come down to your belly. We'll do a simple movement here just to test the strength of the psoas. You lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. See how high it will go. Lower it down. Lift the left leg up towards the ceiling. See how high it will go. Right, you might see my left leg goes up a bit higher, so that means my right psoas is a bit tighter today. So we'll do some simple movements. Right, notice which one is stronger or weaker for you. We'll do some simple movements to work with that. So starting here, lift your chest forward and up, palms face down, lengthen the spine, press into the palms of the hands, lift the chest forward and up, hold and breathe here for a moment. It's a version of Shalabhasana locust pose. Hold as you lift your right leg behind you, lift your left arm out in front of you, hold and balance here for a moment. If this hurts your low back, you can always lower and decrease the intensity or work to increase the intensity by lifting higher. Lower down, other side, left hand down, right arm reaches out, left leg reaches up and back, right arm reaches up. Again, you can decrease or increase intensity as you like. If this hurts your low back, decrease intensity. Lower back down. Come onto your left side. So you're resting on your left arm and laying on the left side of the body. Your right leg will reach back and point the right toes. Either way, you can point or flex the right foot. So your right leg's kind of hanging behind you, and your right arm reaches out in front of you. It's creating a sort of diagonal line from the right toes to the right fingertips. With your right leg hanging down behind you. And then hug the right knee in towards the ground and turn the right arm open towards the ceiling into a simple twist on the back. And then all the way onto your back. Other side. On your right side. Your right arm underneath you, your left leg reach back. Flex or point the foot, either way is fine. Let the left leg hang down towards the ground. Left arm reaches diagonally out from there, just like the other side. And if this hurts your low back, again, decrease intensity. The emphasis here is to lengthen the psoas, connecting again from the spine to the femur. You're lengthening this space. And then come back down to the belly. Locust variations again here, so palms face down. We'll lift the chest and both arms and lift both legs for a moment. Hold and breathe here, shoulders down the back. Chest lifting and broadening. Glutes strengthening to help everything else lift. Lower back down. And just rest here. Lift your right leg straight up, like we did in the beginning. And then lift your left leg straight up. Just see if you feel any difference. All right, we'll keep building on that. Roll all the way onto your back. This is a really good way to test your psoas strength, especially if you could have someone else be the resistance for this. So you'll have your left knee come in, similar to what we did the other day in our practice, pressing into the leg. But this time, instead of really trying to resist with your leg, you're just going to see how much you can really push the leg down with the hand. So push the leg away and see how much you can resist it without it going down. Right? So my left psoas is pretty strong. Go to the other side, right knee bends, press, and it goes down much easier, right? So just notice if one of those is much easier for you, and that's, again, my right side is a bit weaker, okay? So we'll start to build on strengthening that with a couple movements here. So you'll come into a bridge position, feet hips width, triceps press down, fingers point up, root into the feet, and inhale to lift up. And exhale to hold here and stay lengthening. Now stay on your on your left foot, Keep your left foot down. Lift your right foot any amount towards the ceiling. We did this also this week in the practice. Kind of building on that. Press into the left foot a little bit more to lift the left hip higher. And then switch sides. Right foot comes down. Left leg lifts. Press into the right foot. Lift the right hip higher. Stay rooted through the right foot. It might feel good to lift the right heel up, so you're on the ball of the foot. All right, then we'll come back down, other side, left foot lowers, and stay on the left foot, lift your right foot up. Either stay on the heel or lift the heel. Other side, right foot down, left leg lifts, lift the hips in the bridge, maybe lift the right heel. And then we'll lower the spine all the way down. Left knee in, press it away. Right, see if it's stronger or weaker. Right knee in, press it away, see if it's stronger or weaker. My right leg got a lot stronger, right? Just from that simple movement. Hopefully you notice that too. If not, you can repeat those movements as much as you like. Hug the knees in, rock forward and back along the spine, all the way up to hands and knees. And from here, we'll come to tuck the toes, lift the hips back to down dog, and pedal the feet out into down dog, shifting weight side to side. And forward to plank. Now here, you hold in plank, or lower one of your knees down. In this case, it'll be your right knee if you want to lower one knee down. And then we'll lift the left leg up any amount. Right, and then the other side. Either plank pose or left knee down and right leg lifts any amount. Right, and we'll do this a few times. Back to center, left leg lifts. Back to center, right leg lifts straight. Again, back to center. You can lower knee if you like. Left leg lifts. Back to center, right leg lifts. And then we'll bring the right foot forward, outside of the right hand. Left knee down to the mat. Hold here for a moment, sinking the hips down. Again, lengthening psoas. And then tuck your left toes, lift the back knee, strengthening psoas. And stay here just like this if that's enough. Or if you want more challenge here, we'll practice strengthening and lifting the back foot. Right? Building up, eventually keep going a couple times, lifting the back foot, using as much as you can the psoas instead of the right glutes and the rest of the body to move the leg. So we're working towards things like Ekapada Vinyasana we'll do later in the program, lifting and lowering, and we'll just come right back to down dog, back to center, all the knuckles rooting equally, feet can pedal out, sit bones widen, lengthening the spine. And then we'll step the left foot outside the left hand rather, sinking into lizard pose, right knee is down, right hip lowering, spine extending. And then again, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, strengthen right psoas. Either stay like this or practice lifting up. Do it with your breath. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. As best you can, controlled movements. Right, there is some shifting forward, but as minimal as possible so you can focus on the strength of the right hip flexor to lift up. Last time, and then lower, and then we'll come to hands and knees wide apart, hips back to heels to child's pose, forehead down. If that doesn't work for you, you can just sit kneeling if that feels better. Either way, we're focusing on shortening the psoas a bit here, relaxing the psoas. And then come back to hands and knees. So a little more here. So inhale, cow pose for a moment. Exhale, round back to cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Hold there and breathe. And extend your left leg straight back, lifting up through the left leg a little higher than you might normally here. Keep that. Maybe you extend the right arm as well. And we'll lower down. Same thing other side, right leg extends back, lifting up, left arm extends out. Lifting a little higher through the right leg than you might normally. And lower down. Come back to down dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands. And then from here, standing splits, lift the left leg up, walk the hands forward, lengthen the spine, lifting any amount through the left leg. Lower back down. Back to down dog and lift your right leg straight back. Point the right toes, lift through the right psoas. Lower right foot. Step the left foot forward. Walk your hands forward, standing splits, lifting through the right leg again. And then back down, down dog, lifting through the left leg. Hips are squared here. There's a tendency for the hips to open up when we lift the back leg in down dog. So hips squared, left hips pointing down towards the ground. Right hips right over the knee, which is over the toes. Lower back down. Forward to plank pose. All the way down to your belly. And then here, just rest the hands beside you. Lift the left leg. See how that feels. Lower down. Lift the right leg. See how that feels. Maybe a little more range. And come back to hands. Back to down dog. And from here, look between the hands. Step your right foot forward. High lunge. Hands at the hips. Lengthen the spine. Deepen the bend in the right knee. contract the left glute to support the stretching of the left psoas. Walk the hands forward, lift the back leg standing splits, and then lower the foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Hang out here for a moment, and step your right foot back. Left knee bends, hands to the hips, spine extends up, shoulders down the back. Deepen the bend in the left knee towards the middle toes. Find the engagement of the thighs, so the outer thigh, inner thigh, front of the thigh strong. All the parts we've worked on this week. Shift weight forward, hands to the ground, lift the back leg. Notice if that right hip started to open, keep it square to the ground. Any amount lifting the back leg, even if it's small right now, still working to lift and lift. Lower right foot to the front of the mat, forward fold, knees can bend as much as you like. Hips are over the knees. Sometimes the hips kind of sway back. So find more of a straight alignment so the hips are right over the knees and the knees can bend as much as you like. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, step back to plank pose. Chaturanga, elbows bend all the way down to your belly. Tops of feet are down, baby cobra. Lift the heart forward and up. Let the hands just float above the mat. Just strengthening the chest for now, strengthening the back for now, stretching the chest. As if you're doing a pull-up, like on a pull-up bar, extend your arms forward, inhale, and then exhale, draw your elbows down beside the body. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, elbows come in. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, elbows come in. Hold, breathe here. Back contracting. And then lower hands. Come back to down dog. And we'll put all these pieces together. Your right leg reaches straight back. Step the right foot forward. Hands to hips, come up to our high lunge. And then hands to heart. Lean forward, lift the back leg, and then lift the heart like cobra, like locust. The back of the body is engaged and strong to lift the chest. Back legs lifting like it has been in all the different postures we've done. All those pieces together. Lower the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Plant the hands, step back to down dog. Lift your left leg back. Step the foot forward. High lunge, hands to hips. Shoulders down the back. Hands to heart, lean forward. Locust in the upper body. Engage it already as you lean forward and lift off the back leg. Back strong, spine long. Right hip pointing towards the ground. Doesn't matter how high you lift. You can decrease intensity or increase intensity. And even if you want to go a little further, one more little bit here, you can extend the arms out in front of you. And then we'll lower the hands, step forward, knees bent, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold in. Bend at the knees. Come all the way down to your back. Hug the knees and then rock along the length of the spine. we'll come all the way down to the back. Feet onto the mat. Shift your hips over to the right. Bring the knees into the left. Twisting here, shoulders on the ground. You might need to scoot your left side up to bring both shoulders down and turn the head to the right. Come back to center. Scoot your hips to the left, knees into the right, and turn the head to the left. And then we'll come back to center. Come down to your belly. And bring your right arm out in line with the right shoulder. Left hand presses you down to roll onto the right shoulder. And you're on the right side of the body. Left knee bends. Left foot on the floor behind the right leg. You can stay just like that, or you could increase intensity by coming a little bit towards the ground again, bending your right elbow, and going into a different spot of the pec. But if you feel any pain in the shoulder, go away from that, decrease the intensity. But there might be some different spots in the pec that you feel need attention here, just by bending the right elbow. And then we'll come back to center. Left arm out to the left, right hand down, roll onto the left shoulder. Left side, right knee bends, right foot on the floor. So you might need to adjust a little bit to find the right spot. If you want to increase the intensity in the chest, you can bend the left elbow. Again, being very mindful of the tension in the shoulder. So it should feel really smooth and easy. The psoas is getting a little bit of a rest here. Inner hip opening, but psoas is shortening on the top leg. So we've done a lot of lengthening and strengthening. It's giving it a rest while we open the chest a little bit. And we'll come back to the belly. And back to hands and knees. Right foot is forward, left hand is down. And then you'll bend the left knee in towards, heel towards the tail any amount. Right hand to right thigh, open the chest and shoulder. And then reach back any amount for the foot. If you don't quite reach it, move your hips back first. Catch the foot, and then sink forward into the hips. Stretching the psoas and the chest. It's like bending the right elbow, push away with the foot. We'll release that. Back to hands and knees, the other side. Left foot forward, right hand off your mat. Left hand to left thigh to open the chest, rotating the spine first. Bend the right knee, move the hips back, catch the foot, and then come forward into the stretch. Left shoulder over right, ribs opening up towards the ceiling. Bend the left elbow, resist it with the right foot. Slight bend in your right elbow as well, so it's not hyperextended. If you feel this more in the quad, you can bend the right elbow a little more to sink down into the hip. And then we'll release. Come back to the belly. Palms face down. Locust, heart lifts. Feet lift. Lift higher through the legs. And then we'll press down into the hands, pushing the ground away, lifting the hips any amount more, lifting the chest any amount more from that resistance point, pushing into the hands, slight bend in the elbows, lift through the legs, lift through the chest. Lower that down, rest for a moment, and either do that again or bend the knees, catch the tops of the feet for bow pose, pressing down into the belly, lifting the chest, lifting the hips, lifting from the front of the hips, pushing the feet away, and with the hands pulling the feet in. And then we'll rest there and roll onto your back. Little psoas test again. Bend the left knee, push the hand into the thigh, resist it with the leg. Right knee in, push the hand into the thigh, resist it with the strength of the leg. Right, my right psoas definitely got stronger there and engaged again. And we'll lower back down. Hug the knees in, rock side to side, shortening the distance between the knees and the chest, letting all of that stretching start to relax from the psoas. Keep the right knee in as you extend the left leg out. You can keep the left leg floating. Right, the psoas responds really well to stretching and strengthening. And then we'll switch sides, left knee in, right leg out. So if you ever do that test and you find that one side is significantly weaker, I would suggest trying stretching and strengthening, not just one or the other, and you're likely to see pretty fast results like we did in this practice. And then we'll lower the left leg down, palms open, feet open, Shavasana. Make any last little adjustments you need to feel rested and supported here. Shoulders down the back. Notice if there's any obvious areas of tension or effort in the body that you can start to soften. The psoas is sometimes called our fight or flight muscle because it is what allows us to run, and under stress it tends to contract and ready to run. So when you work with this, you might start to feel a lot of energy in the body, maybe some heat, and just ready to move. So that's great. If you want to stay longer in Shavasana, please do. But you might feel after psoas practice that you're just ready to get up and move, which is awesome. So we'll hug the knees in, rock side to side on the back, over to one side, and press back up to sitting. And sitting on our mat comfortably, palms open on the knees, shoulders down the back. Notice how you feel in your body. What does it feel like to engage that fight or flight muscle? That ability to move and respond to life. Let's bring the hands together at the heart, bowing the mind to the heart and to each other. Thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste. If you like this video, subscribe, leave a thumbs up or a comment below. If you have any questions or requests, leave those in the comments as well. To join our online yoga studio, visit www.quietmind.yoga for classes, events, and to work together one-on-one.